Hey, all, Dave Krasunski here, founder of Heads Up Health. A lot of people ask me how to get started on low-carb keto. What foods can I buy? If you're just learning, it's a bit of an adjustment figuring out what you can get at the grocery store. We're back from New Moon, back here home in Truckee, and that's a typical grocery run for me. And I want to go through some of these things and explain why I buy them, why they work for me on a low-carb ketogenic diet. First are the Epic brand pork rinds. I've tried them all. The barbecue actually have the best flavor. I used to love potato chips. I still do. These are actually the closest alternative I found. Less than 1 gram of carbohydrate per serving. Really, really good seasoning. So when you need that fix that you used to get with potato chips or something like that, I go with these Epic brand pork rinds. Next are the Jill's gluten-free crackers. There's a lot of gluten-free crackers out there, but they still contain other types of grains. These are 100% grain-free. So they're made only with seed-based products. That's why I use the Jill's brand. So I'm always keeping some of those on hand. Next is this 100% grass-fed, grass-finished, cooked and seasoned beef brisket. Just really, really fast and easy snacks on the go. I personally don't want to do a lot of cooking. I want things as simple and as convenient as possible. So I'll buy these grass-fed, grass-finished. All you do is take them out of the package, grab a snack, and they're good to go. So these are just really, really convenient, sustainably raised, healthy, and part of the regimen. Next is the Bubby's brand of full sour pickles. These are a fermented pickle, really, really nice flavor. The fermented foods are really helpful for pre and probiotic, for digestive reasons. So I always try to mix in as many fermented foods into the diet as possible, and these are the brand I recommend if you're looking for a fermented pickle as part of the routine. Quick and easy convenience. This is Alaskan salmon, so it's wild caught, it's smoked, it's delicious. Much like the cooked brisket, it's just a really, really high quality, high protein, high fat snack on the go that I'll keep on hand. So some smoked salmon is always part of the regimen. Pretty standard, just picking up some eggs. Get the best ones you can afford. The 100% pasture raised ones are the best. They're pricey. You'll see different colored eggs in those back packages. Sometimes I'll splurge for those. Other times I'll just pick up 6 or 12 organic eggs to have on hand. Next is just a basket of organic, local cherry tomatoes. Lots of different colors in here, some red, some yellow, some darker shades. If I'm really dialed in on keto, I may not go with the tomatoes. I may go with a lower sugared fruit, but we're in the middle of the summer. These are fresh. They're absolutely delicious. Mother Nature's bounty. So I'll definitely pick up some nutrient-dense vegetables like some cherry tomatoes. Again, just having lots of really good quality, high protein snacks, minimally processed, avoiding preservatives, nitrates to the greatest extent possible, buying the highest quality meats that I can afford. This is just an oven roasted turkey breast, really nice high protein snack. I'll show you a recipe I use a little later on how I combine this up with some fresh guac, some salt, some pepper, some fresh lime juice, some hot sauce. But these are just, again, super quick, on the go, just like the brisket, just like the salmon, really getting nice high quality, high protein snacks without having to do a lot of cooking and a lot of preparation. Next is grass-fed, grass-finished steak. Just throwing this on the grill, maybe grill up some vegetables along with it for a nice dinner, but having a few of these in the freezer at all times just gives me a really nice dinner option that's low carb, keto friendly, high fat, high protein. Again, if you can't afford the grass-fed, grass-finished, just get the best quality food you can afford and keep it on hand. I'll always pick up some bone broth, whether it's beef broth, chicken broth, fish broth. Sometimes I make it myself. It's a lot of work. So when I'm busy, I'll just pick some up on hand. This is just very, very nutrient dense, really, really good for digestion. It's just something I'll use in the morning, put it on the stove, mix it with some salt, got some collagen in here, and just a really, really nutritious, nutrient dense thing to have on hand as part of the diet. High quality almond butter or sunflower butter or other really, really healthy nut butter. I personally try to avoid peanut butter. I'll usually go for almond or sunflower butter. And this is just a really, really high fat nut butter. I'll use it in combination with the Jill's grain-free, gluten-free crackers, just when I need a really, really nutrient-dense snack, quickly, on the go. Spread some of this on a few of the Jill's crackers and you're good to go. Next, a couple limes. I'll put wedges in with water or with soda water. I'll also squeeze lime juice on a lot of these foods just to give them a little bit of extra zest. But I've always got a few lemons or a few limes on hand. Same with the avocado. Just a few slices on the side with any of these things can help provide some really, really good high quality fats, some really, really nutrient dense options that can work well with any of this stuff. So always having a few avocados on hand. I'll always throw together either a small box like this or one of the larger boxes just of the fresh prepared veggies available at the store. So in this one you've got broccoli, you've got red onion, you've got cucumber, spinach, purple cabbage, as many different color spectrums, carrots. I'll just throw them all in here. Sometimes I'll put an olive oil and balsamic on at the store. Other times I'll just fill up one of these and keep it in the fridge and just use it over the next 3 or 4 days. Again, just alongside any of the proteins. So if you have a store that has them already washed, chopped, and organic and ready to go, any Whole Foods can do that. I just buy a big container, keep it in the fridge, and then I'll use it with any of the proteins throughout the week. Next is just a simple container of tuna salad. The ingredient list is here at New Moon, so I know that the oils and the seasonings that they're mixing it with are very high quality. I'll check those in here and make sure there's not a lot of preservatives, not a lot of additives, not a lot of things where I can't even pronounce the name. That's the stuff you want to stay away from. These are just high quality, very natural oils and seasonings mixed in with the tuna salad. I keep this in the fridge. A few forkfuls anytime I'm going in or out the door. Just really keep me feeling full and satiated. Again, just simple, easy, don't have to do a lot of cooking, cleaning, preparation. And last but not least is I'll pick up some good quality probiotic drinks. So again, making sure I'm getting as many probiotic based foods as possible. That's why I'll get the pickles. In some cases I'll also pick up sauerkraut, kimchi, and I'll use those. Just put a little on the plate along with the proteins. This is a KeVita based probiotic. This is the lemon cayenne. I've checked all the labels. This one actually has 1 total gram of carbohydrate per serving. There's 2 servings per bottle. So a lot of probiotics can be higher in sugar. This one actually is one of the lowest. So I'll keep this on hand. Again, just use it with any of the meals here, and it just helps me get fermented foods into the diet.
Right.
Last but not least is the good stuff, the chocolate. So we all need our indulgences in life, just like my potato chips, where I've supplemented that with the barbecue rinds. The dark chocolate is just a nice treat. I'll keep it in the fridge. I get the 88% or 85%. For a lot of people that's too bitter. So just get the highest percentage dark chocolate that works with your palate. Obviously the darker the chocolate, the less sugar that's in there. So when I'm really trying to optimize for low blood sugar, I'll go with higher dark chocolate. Just get the highest percentage of dark that you still enjoy, and that is part of not containing an excessive amount of sugar. So I'll typically go with an 85 or higher, but just get whatever one suits your palate and your budget, and I'll just use this as a nice treat. So that's a typical grocery load for me when I'm trying to stay really nutrient dense, really low carb keto. A few things to notice here. One is that there's no bread of any kind. There are no grains of any kind. There's nothing processed here. Everything is just as natural as possible with as few added ingredients as possible. This stuff's all very minimally processed, so that's also super important. There is a mix of nutrient density, lots of different colored vegetables, lots of fermented foods, lots of different types of proteins. So that helps as well. And I'll eat this food, and I'll also be very carefully monitoring throughout the week. If I want to test, for example, how high my blood sugar goes 2 hours after I eat the grass-fed steak, I can do that. If I want to learn how my body is processing all of this stuff, I'll be carefully testing throughout the week, checking my fasting blood sugar in the morning. If I'm doing a good job on my low carb keto diet, I want my blood sugar in the morning to be 85 or less. If I am in ketosis, which I don't stay in all the time, I typically tend to come in and out, but if I am going into ketosis for a period of 1 or more weeks, then I'll actually be testing ketones 3 times a day and making sure that I'm staying above 0.5 millimolars, closer to 1. There's a big difference between just eating low carb and sustaining a level of nutrition or ketosis for days or weeks. So I'll test regularly. I'm also measuring body composition, sleep, and other things just to make sure I'm optimizing my health, that I can bring my best self forward every single day. We'll cover a lot of the other testing and how to do it in some of our other videos. We're also going to show you how to prepare some of these things quickly and easy, just for lazy man's low carb keto on the go. But I get a lot of people asking me, how do I start? What do I buy? And hopefully this gives you a good sample of what you want to do. It's just high quality fats and proteins, minimally processed foods, all of the things that are going to keep blood sugar stable, which is really just a critical ingredient of overall health. So hopefully this was helpful. Thanks.